Perfect timing. So when we last left our brave adventurers, they brought Gromthrax to the Tombstone Fairies. Beat him to death in one round. Sent the guard away. Met with the Fairy Queen, and she was your foot in the door in the Elven Senate. And then you had what's his name? Rakan. Make a big stink and ruin any prospects of a future political career by saying too much and being too mad.
He didn't need one anyway.
I wouldn't have made him happy. It just would have made his dad happy.
But making his dad happy will make him happy. Don't you know that?
He thinks it'll make him happy.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what he's been told.
Find happiness elsewhere.
Calm down, you magic 8-ball.
Your happiness is in another castle.
Father, I worked on this for 300 years. Yeah, and you were stupid enough to fall for it. And after that, if I recall correctly, the party's goal right now is to have Cassandra go rabble rouse with the students, and Meredith is gonna rabble rouse with the nobles.
Yes.
And you were chilling at a tavern at the Sapphire Shield in the Bright Crown District, which I've just made up. Or I had just made up. I didn't make it up just now.
I thought it was on the map.
Yeah, but like I was just randomly generating. I'm like, yep, nope, this all works.
That map was handmade.
I was impressed by the randomly generated cuisine at the restaurant.
Yeah, I would eat that.
The Bishop of Cathedral Farthing certainly does a lot of equivocating. Well, you know, taking a position makes you very unpopular. What if we just sat on the fence forever?
If I get a chance to talk to Harlan kind of privately, I will.
You can do whatever you want. You're in the planning phase. You can just say whatever to whoever. You can just take Harlan aside and be like, Harlan, I want to talk to you. Or you can just take Harlan aside and fucking stab him in the throat. I don't give a shit. Okay, I give a shit about that, but you know, like whatever.
This is the production game. Stuff like that doesn't happen. Actually, are you recording?
Yep. I have recorded the last 3 episodes. I just haven't uploaded them. I should do that.
Hey, Harlan. There's something I've been meaning to say to you for a while. And it's a little hard. But I feel like whatever that gift was the Queen gave me, maybe loosen some stuff up a little bit. I just wanted to say thank you.
For what?
When you met me, I had almost given up on believing in things. I was kind of just trying to live my life and have fun and not give a fuck. Because it seemed a lot easier than, the alternative. And giving a fuck hurts like hell. And
And
I
then that well of smarmy asshole runs a little dry, and you end up looking for something else, huh?
well, yeah, I mean, I still was pretty new to it, but I saw you, and I saw that you'd. I mean, it's not that you'd kind of given up for a long time, and then you got another chance, and you're willing to give up everything for it. That taking a chance on giving a fuck is more important to you than anything. And yeah, you give me some good advice, and yeah, that's great. I appreciate it, but it's the fact that you're still really trying to do this and care about doing this and are willing to sacrifice fucking anything to do this. I mean, that's the thing I had to wake up and take notice for. And yeah, Meredith, wanted me to kind of care about this stuff, and I didn't. But watching you and coming back here, it just sort of reminded me that I don't want to go through my life not giving a fuck about anything, just having fun. I mean, having fun is great, but it's better to care. Does any of this making any sense to you, or am I being a complete asshole?
Nah, Hold on, sorry, there's a motorcycle going by. Okay. No, it actually... It makes a lot of sense, and it means a lot to hear you say it. Just... This is a bitch of a world, and trying to get through it with some hope, and if you can see that too, it makes me realize we're not so alone. That maybe there is something to this whole fucked up mission.
I think I'm probably in it for a little bit different reasons than you are, but
That's what makes it more sense.
But I feel like I respect your reasons. I mean, for me, I kind of wear what I believe on my sleeve. Yeah. I felt like I should tell you that. And that your advice and your friendship has meant a lot. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. And yours does too. Yours and your sister's.
I don't know how much advice I've given you. But I'll try to.
Can you take this seriously and start working towards our same goal? That gives me a hell of a lot of hope.
I didn't say that. Cass winks at you. He turns around. Walks off.
Harlan gives her a noogie and walks off.
think I've put together the thing.
Hell,
So you all draw your weapons and start blasting.
Yes, clearly.
Let's
I start with the
go,
bartender.
reach into.
Definitely at everyone.
Let's all psychically reach into Cap's brain and start kneading the smooth brain into convolutions again.
Just, I mean,
Let's reach
like
in and
Lego.
squeeze.
give me some wrinkles.
You know, for
God.
something that spends all of its time in water, I'd hope that your brain would have more wrinkles than it does. But
For fucking real though, it is a smooth square.
it's not even round. What the?
No.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is multi-layered. Problem.
It's not good.
Mm-mm. I'm chugging caffeine in the vain hope that it'll do something.
Chugging miso soup in the vein, hope it will do something.
That's just gonna make you go nine-eye.
It might. It very well might.
Cozy bed, hot soup, sleepy cat.
I'm actually sitting out on the deck right now.
Oh, nice.
For some reason, that reminds me of like Soft Kitty, but
Yeah.
Simply replace your brain with soup. What could go wrong?
Have you considered?
I have. I could just pour it right in my ears right now. Swish it around. Mm.
You thought swimmer's ear with pool water was bad.
Mm-hmm. Tomato soup. I still nominate you in the rabble rousers for first though, because I'm gonna have to look at my punctuation.
Sounds good.
About say where to? What do you do?
if this is the next day.
Yes.
I think we were waiting. We were
Yeah, we
planning
definitely
to
need
get a next.
We informed you of the I had sent my I had cast a spell to send insects to 2 different districts, and we informed you of one that was
Preacher.
yeah, preacher, and the other one where
There's like a doomsday dude,
yeah, it's like a doomsayer kind of guy.
but he was also like praising us for coming in and like, monster, shut the fuck up.
Mama's upstairs, monster.
But yeah, he doesn't. He foresees disaster, but he's not like a weird elven supremacist or something.
Yeah.
Right, there's like the preacher guy who's like pretty convincible, is what it seemed like, and then there's like another one who was like,
The priest of Corella and Lorathian, who was very nuanced in his speech.
I don't know. I would consider him to be a radical centrist. Just like, oh, I will see both sides of the situation no matter what is happening.
There's nothing wrong with being a radical centrist.
As the New York Times.
Well, actually, I can't say that anymore. I would have been considered a radical centrist before Donald Trump, but it's like, no, there's no way I can see that side anymore.
There aren't both sides to every issue. Some people are
Yeah.
just fucking wrong.
Yep.
And I'm just saying, the Moloch Express is totally fine. Don't worry about it. Don't be a poos.
All right, so who's coming with me?
Harlan definitely is.
I look over at Mary and Selena.
What, do you want us to talk to somebody?
No, I wasn't sure if you were interested in coming or not, but Sam, you're gonna stick with Meredith? And,
yeah,
and
can't wander around the Elven City by herself.
Meredith, you're not. You're gonna go try to find the.
I'm going to do the boring work. I'm going to go play politics.
Oh, fucking slit my throat. You said the P word.
Yeah, I think I'll avoid that.
These people should be easy to
Yeah, the
influence.
P word for me is pass on that.
I feel like I know what they want to hear. And I think I know how to get them out of their doors.
Well, hopefully I don't say anything that makes your job harder. Oh,
No, you're speaking to your people and I'll speak to mine.
yeah.
And there the two shall meet.
Okay.
But that said, if you want to go with them, that's fine.
I don't think I'm going to be a lot of use with them. I think I'm better suited on the politics side of things.
I'll be very happy to have you with me.
So, in terms of what I'm saying, in broad strokes, I'm pretty clear. But how much details do I need to give them for this plan? In other words, do I need to tell them that about marrying, throwing trains and all that, or are we just trying to get them to commit to being at a place at a time in a certain state of mind?
I think we just need to tell them that we're going to stop the Moloch Express.
All right, that makes the job simpler. Trying to get across details of a plan when you're shouting at the top of your lungs, it also makes it easier for someone else to kind of fuck with the plan. So,
Exactly.
all right, let's hope we don't get lost in this place.
And Selena is just like, "Ooh, I know what to do." And she's like, "Mary and I are going to work on something."
Oh boy. I go over and give Meredith a spiky hug. Oh man, these things are pointy. Ow.
Oh. She snaps her fingers and the armor fades off of her into her shadow.
Oh, that's handy.
Extremely.
Right.
I'm not
Good
going
luck.
to walk around to the elves looking like I crawled out of hell.
Yeah, probably not the worst idea for you. Hey, good luck, sis.
Good luck.
You know, you give her a hug and go. Hey, Harlan, come on.
All right.
Tom, you marked that place in the map, right?
Yeah, is the map pinned? It's,
I do believe
Oh
it
no,
is.
it's Cass asking that.
No, I'm trying to figure out what, Sword and Bright Crown. And I said, I think me and Meredith are going to Cathedral Farthing, and you're
Yep.
going to Brookborough is the other one.
Correct.
Brookborough is closer to the walls, closer to the wilds.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
And
open
so wherever that location was in particular, I definitely marked on a map somewhere.
All right. We are currently in the Bright Crown district. Brookborough is almost immediately to the south of us.
This is correct.
Okay. So, Harlan, we're gonna get a few stairs and then walk over, but let's see how it goes. Yeah, keep your eyes open in case someone tries to kill us along the way.
Can do.
All right, I head over.
Getting stairs where you go is you're no stranger to it, nor am I.
All right, we head to Brookborough.
All right then. Brookborough. Yeah. So you go down there. It's a Yeah, it's a lot of residential housing. So I hope you like tall trees with a lot of doors and windows.
Sure. So do the houses here tend to be more buildings or more trees?
More buildings. Nobles get to live in the trees. Gentrification's a bitch when a fucking treehouse grows in your district.
How close are the wilds from here? I mean, can we look over the wall and see like the endless stretches of green, or is that?
No, like the elven city is like in a pocket dimension.
So what do we see around the edges? Just
Clouds.
all right. I'm gonna look for the square that Sam described in Brickborough.
Alrighty then. You find the Battle of Darkwood Memorial. It's not hard to find. Oh, can I find a manic elven preacher?
Probably.
Nope. Oh god. This is what the game gave me. This is, I'm sorry, not the game. This is what Google gave me. So
no,
it's
this is right, quite right.
no, it's not that. But just that's what I got.
I love that.
I think that's more of a manic elven televangelist.
Proud preacher of love, Dungeons and Dragons Amino. Trow wearing sunglasses. Yo, fuck the sun.
All right. Do we see him, or is he preaching, or?
Oh yeah, he's there like every goddamn day. And he's up there preaching up a storm. Just
All right,
you don't understand. I stand at this monument at the Battle of Darkwood because you people have forgotten what elves have given up. We think only of our privilege, and we take and we take and we take. When do we give? When do we give back to the wilds?
I raise a hand.
You, ma'am, proud ASMR. What do you hear? What do you say?
I was hoping that I could speak to your folk. I have a message to you, folk.
Then let them hear it. The public square is free to all.
I sort of jump up on the platform, take a deep breath. My name is Cassandra. I am descendant of a bunch of assholes who lived on top of a mountain, covered themselves in metal, and called themselves the Chosen. They thought that they were better than everyone else. And now they're refugees. What they had there is gone. And many of them died. But what led them to this was that for many, many years, centuries, they allowed the cancer to grow in their midst. On one hand, there were people who had more than most people could conceive of having, more by far than they needed, who still wanted more, who wanted everything. And on the other, there were those who said, we need to work with these people, we need to compromise with these people, we need to maintain stability in our society. And so they gave some more. And that group of entitled assholes, they got stronger and stronger. And in time, they became what we knew as the Chosen, the scourge of Septemport. And in time, they destroyed that entire district. It's a ghost town now, with monsters crawling through its shattered remains. I am a child of those people. I am a descendant of the assholes who made that happen. But more importantly, and by my choice, I'm a child of the wilds. This is where I found a home, where another home, where I fled from the one that was offered me at birth. And I look around, and you lucky folk, you are the true children of the wilds. That is your legacy. That is your destiny. That is the most critical thing here. And then there are people. And I point over towards the great towers and the great trees. There are people here who have far more than they need, far more than anyone could ever use, and who are still grasping for more. And do you think that they're going to stop? Do you think that as your elders and wisers give these greedy motherfuckers everything they want, do you think that they are going to actually spread that wealth? Do you think that they're going to do anything more than get fatter and fatter and fatter until they destroy this place and leave no room for the rest of you? In the process, shatter the legacy that belongs to all of you? The wilds. You are children of the wilds, and they are pissing all over that legacy, letting the Moloch Express cut through and wound what should have been your mother and father. And I question, are you going to tolerate this?
Give me a delicious perform oration.
Oh crap. I can't just use diplomacy?
No, diplomacy is for one-on-one interactions.
Oh crap.
As the great Andre the Giant once said, you use different moves when you're fighting only one person.
Can I use diplomacy to help?
No.
Great.
Can Harlan roll diplomacy to help?
No. He can roll perform oration to help.
So I do not have perform oration. I have charisma bonus, or is that what I should use then?
Yes, you will be rolling your charisma.
Oh, you're a bastard and all.
It's a skill for a reason.
Mm-hmm. All right, that was a natural 18, so 21.
It's pretty good. A great performance. Harlan, will you roll to assist? You can't make things worse. Well, I mean, it'd be difficult to make things worse.
Yes, but I am actually temporarily away from my dice. Can someone roll a d20 for me and add 1?
I can do it. I got you.
Thank you.
Uh, 14.
Okay. That's a +2 bonus. It's pretty good. It's
I would
not.
say Harlan makes the appropriate audience sounds when there's pauses in Cass's thing. And when she goes, are you gonna take that lion down? And he cheers up, hell no!
You're pretty good. And even the preacher is like, he's nodding along with his wizened, bearded head, giving a little round of applause, like, yup, this is what I like to hear, this is what I like to hear. You see this bitch? You see the nerve of this bitch? If y'all had this nerve, this wouldn't be going on.
Is the preacher gonna help?
Yeah, sure. And
Me over the 25 up?
he hops on, he hears what you're talking about, and like, oh god, he starts selling. Like, someone in the crowd asks, like, well, what do we do? And he says, we destroy the Moloch Express! We will build barriers, we will summon Baloths, and we will ensure that no cargo carries on its wretched wheels, and it no longer sends out its plumes of vile black smoke. Do you hear the sounds? Do you hear the sounds of the fairies choking?
And we will also gather together and use the power of our combined belief to attempt to break this, to attempt to free the wilds of this scourge. Gather with me, gather with the Faerie, gather with folks from all over Septemport, and believe as one that we cannot tolerate the Moloch Express. Hear me, children of the wild. Hear me, my foster brethren.
So he got
Tell me, he got higher than me?
he got a 24.
Okay.
So you each add +2 to him. Or you had +3. So +3 +2. So that comes out to 29. So you get a 29. This has transformed this from a great performance into a memorable performance. And then you guys are going off, and the crowd is like, oh man, what is something gonna happen? Do we feel something happening here? And then the cops show up. So like a bunch of like elven guards in their delightful golden leaf armor with their bows and their halberds show up, and they're like, come on now, you all have to disperse. You can't be doing this. It's high time. It's business time. There are people sleeping. We're getting noise complaints. You guys gotta stop. You gotta go.
And Harlan jumps up and shouts, "They silence you because they fear what you can do."
And at that point, like, they draw their halberds and they're like, okay, all right, shit stain, you're coming in.
What about you? I look at the guards. I'll focus on the leader of the guards, and just say, what about you? Don't you feel the same way? Don't you feel that your leaders are not following the right path any longer?
All right, now
Don't you feel like as a child of the wild, as an elf, you should be doing something different than this?
now give me a diplomacy roll.
Oh. Okay, and that's a 15 plus. That's a 32.
Oh boy. So
Girl.
what was, let me look up diplomancy rules. 32. So like this cop is just like, jeez, I hate to say it. Random name generated elf. But she's got a point. Let me get some names for the guards. I hate to say it, Fenian, but she makes a good point. Yeah, and the other one is like, we can't just destroy the Moloch Express. People need that. People use that. It's against the rules. You can't just.
The people of the wilds who use that, or is it a few fattened elves living high in the towers, and then people outside of the wilds? How does it benefit the wilds to have this atrocity cut through it? It's a bleeding wound in your legacy. The wilds is your home, and for the benefit of those people, it's being pissed on. It's being shit on. It's bleeding.
Oh no. Did you just get the cops on your side?
Fucking might have done.
And they're just like the cops are held still, and they're just like, well, I mean, I don't want to think about this because it makes me very uncomfortable, but at the same time, you're making a lot of very good points, and it makes me angry. And we were gonna arrest somebody, but then you started talking, and you got a 32, and now, right, Cass, you hear a voice in your head. It's Selena's voice. And she's just like, sorry, not sorry, just had to chat real quick. Mary and I are working on something. We'll have everything ready in a week.
Wait. All right. I'll if I can still talk to her. Where do I need to get people to? Can they be here, or do they need to get to somewhere near the Moloch Express?
We'll worry about that.
Well, I need to tell people what they're gonna do.
No, you don't. You tell them they have 1 week and they better be fucking ready.
Okay. One week from now, those who feel as we do, and this isn't a fucking revolution. This is the people taking what is theirs, which is their pride and their ancestry. In 1 week's time, we will gather, and we will be be told where to go. We can't until that time is present. We have to be quiet about what the plan is. And I just make a smile, like, like a wink and a nod type, like, please. I'm an adopted child of the wilds. And that makes you, all of you, my adopted brethren. Please join me. Please work to see that what happened to my people's city and legacy doesn't happen here.
You get a lot of nods and a lot of like, yep. We'll You gave them some food for thought.
Cass will go into the crowd and basically start smoozing with people, even the guards, and just try to like get people more enthusiastic about it, and trying to create little centers, where people will kind of pull other people along. And I'll do the same thing. I'll move around the outskirts of the city and keep on giving little speeches like this, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Island's gonna join in the schmoozing, kind of taking a different physical direction than Cass to cover as much ground as we can. Kind of answering questions, telling people, stuff like if they're like, oh, but what about the people on the Moloch Express? Oh, well, we'll tell them to leave and to flee before they get hurt and stuff like that.
Right. We're gonna make sure everybody is forewarned. They could not.
Right. We're gonna empty the building before we bomb the shit out of it.
Right.
Okay. Anything else you need? Like, you need additional rolls, additional...
Nope.
Just speech? Okay. That's the gist of what Cass is going to try to do. Basically, she's remembering how her, her Skedis, how Skedis kind of worked up a crowd.
He did know how to work up a crowd. Say what you will about him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So,
but like the biggest issues you find for these people is just they're they don't know where they're going, but that was baked in. But they don't know how they're gonna get there.
Well, the other thing, the issue is, are they any better off now than they were 30 years ago? I mean, before the Moloch Express, were they suffering? So who has taken advantage of them? Who's gotten gain out of the Moloch Express?
Right, like no one's suffering, but no one was suffering before it showed up. But now that you mention it, they're like, "Well, my life hasn't gotten any better." Hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah,
that was the sell. That was.
Things aren't any better for you, but I'll just point up. Somebody's making something out of it, right?
Right, and like things are better for you, but like, why would they push for it so hard? Yeah.
So that'll be the other thing that I kind of whispering campaign. Just get people to have that thought in their minds, like, you gave something up, you gave up part of your home, part of your legacy, and who does it benefit? Not you.
Oh no, cui bono, the most dangerous phrase in the Latin language.
You paid for something in blood, and you didn't get anything out of it. Okay, all right. I don't know how it was all impromptu, so it's probably crappy, but okay.
That was fun.
It was nice to see Cass take a stage.
It was very different than the Meredith speech.
You're more suited to this than you think, dear.
I thought I was gonna have a special ace in the hole because of the
Diplomacy.
yeah.
And yet.
Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Sorry.
We're very sorry. All right. So that's what you do today. Like for the most part, it's just that over and over and over and over again. New crowd, new people, catching people by, and the preacher is just like, so you're really gonna take down the Moloch Express?
So the points I'm gonna hammer over and over again is, look what happened to the Chosen. They went through exactly this pattern, which is true.
Yep. No lies detected, sire.
Mm-hmm. You have been told this is to the benefit of all, but there has been no benefit from it. And you were told that the Fae have not visited. Are you not children of the Fae? Well, they're not happy about this. What is the attitude to that I get from that when I mention, the Fae? Do the elves seem respectful of the Fae, or is it?
No, they seem pretty disconnected. Like it's like, oh yeah, the Fae, yeah, no, well they have their own thing over there, and like, bitch, you are the Fae. No, we're not the Fae anymore. We're elves. It's different.
I won't emphasize that point.
Yeah.
The one that seems to resonate the most is that their lives have not improved after the Moloch Express being there for... How long has the Moloch Express been around now?
20, 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
You can lay that track down quick when you've got a legion of indentured servants.
And I asked them how many of them have taken the Moloch Express.
They're all looking at each other like, I don't know. I have nowhere to go.
Well, where are the goods, the items that were delivered by the Moloch Express that have made your lives better?
Right, like that's the big trick that made your lives better. Like, yeah, we know who sells them, but like, but why? But why though? Yeah. Alrighty then. And the preacher is pretty excited. He's like, oh yes, 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 look at all these people. Yes. We just needed a foreigner to kick it up a notch.
Thank you. What is your name?
Oh, jeez. We forgot his name.
We threw out his name.
I don't think we got the guy's name.
Nope, that's why you're asking now.
Yeah, there is a manic street preacher who can fucking screech a sermon.
Wiren Vathana. Elven names just sound like that. You can be the most ornery asshole on the planet, and your name is like, oh, Jocularity Gribble Pibble.
I hope you'll be there. Thank you so much for adding your voice to ours, and thank you for trying to open people's eyes.
Absolutely, my dear lass. I heard the words of Corellin Larethian when I was just a boy, and I have been here every day for 3 centuries.
The idea is very funny to me.
Right, like, could you... What the fuck?
I just put a hand on his shoulder and say, perhaps it's time for you to see more, to travel to the wilds yourself and open your eyes so that you can speak to others about the greater world.
Oh, if my old bones would take me that far. The wilds are unforgiving.
You're an elf. Your bones will last for a couple more centuries, I'm sure.
That's true. This guy doesn't look as ancient as what's her face. Like
Right,
she
like,
was.
like he's 45 at best.
No, he does look old.
Okay.
But like he looks old like an old person. She looks old like a corpse, like a mummy. Yeah. So like he is a wrinkly old elf. So he's like probably 500, 400, 500, 500 pushing 600.
Well, I have to move on and continue. You don't want to join in?
No,
You can stay here.
this is my
Or you-
spot. I made my covenant with the dead of Darkwood a long time ago.
Well, you will come with us, right? When the time comes.
I will try.
I give him a little hug, and then return to Harlan and go about our way.
Actually, let me look up elven aging rules.
Alright, BRB.
Oh God! Yeah, no. So at this point, he's hit venerable. Elves hit venerable at 350 years. And they hit adulthood at 110. Get fucked. So when this lady is like, I'm 700 years old, she's lived 2 elven lifespans. When are you gonna die? When I feel like it. Fuck off.
Well, Harlan, I guess that went around as well as we could hope. We'll see what it amounts to.
Cass, you were amazing.
Yeah. Oh, the preacher pulled it out. But
I mean,
yeah,
you've been doing this for 300 years. That was your first time. That was amazing.
well, I kind of believe this shit. I mean, yeah, I might have talked about the elves a bit, but it's true. I mean, they do have this amazing legacy. This stuff is in their blood, in their bone, in the way, it's just my choice. And they have to remember that. They have to remember who they fucking are. They should be more than just kind of ornery dicks who wander around being better than everybody else.
But that's like our national pastime.
Who says that?
No.
Random. Or I was going to say random elf on the street.
Right.
All right, let's go remind them.
All right.
Okay. Anything more? Where was that?
Nope.
Okay. How is the smooth brain going?
I have a single solitary wrinkle.
So, where are you going to go to try to find rich people?
Try putting it in the dryer.
We have a list of the clans that have opposed the Moloch Express.
Yes.
And I would like to. I think I can talk to our contact, the innkeeper, to ask where their villas are within the city.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. We don't get too many of their customers around here, but you can find them at Heart's Village and the Hellhounds Burrow.
Can we cross-reference this list with like the people who were naysaying the queen in court.
Yeah, and you saw that there was a lot of overlap.
I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah, you get the point. The point is, Rakan's information was accurate.
Right, these are the people that I want to talk to.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I think that they'd be interested in hearing an appeal to clarify some of the things in the Senate meeting. I'm going to make the rounds.
Oh, Lord.
Sorry.
For the interest of simplicity,
Psalm, can you send animal messengers?
No, I cannot. I could summon animals, but they wouldn't be able to. I mean, I suppose they could deliver a written message, but they wouldn't be able to speak.
well, Animal Messenger isn't.
Well, no, but like, could I? Well, like, it's a spell, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't have that spell, but what I could kind of simulate that spell by like, because I can summon like a D3+1 of like
Birds.
birds or something. Like I'm thinking of like a dog or an eagle, and then like I could just like depending like I could just send them to like each of these houses, and they last for rounds, right? Rounds per level instead of
Minutes.
minutes per level instead of rounds. So like it wouldn't necessarily take them that long to like fly around this, like just fly directly to like a doorstep and then drop it off, and then they could like dissipate or whatever, right?
Correct. Oh, but I like Animal Messenger because if you send them too far, they die.
Yeah, I remember that. We had to use that in a very unfortunate moment, but...
Yep. Because it lasts for a day per level, and you know, if you send out an Animal Messenger and it flies for 8 days, it will kill it.
This is not what I'm going to summon, but I was looking at the list and it says human natural were-rat rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just summon a were-rat out of the ether.
Out of the ether, yeah.
This happens to were-rats all the time. At some point, they just get used to it.
You can use Summon Monster 5 now, right?
Yeah, but if I summon something from a lower level, I can summon more of them with augmented summoning, or whatever the fuck that feat is called, superior summoning. Blink Dogs would be pretty good, because they can cast Dimension Door, right?
Can they?
Yeah, at Blink Dog, at will Dimension Door.
That's
At
pretty fun.
will-
That makes them-
At will Quickened Dimension Door.
That essentially makes them among the fastest creatures around.
But say, I think their caster level is considered their hit dice for the purposes of Dimension Door, so they only get to go 520 feet, but quote unquote only 520 feet.
What's their move?
Right. Well,
They're already 40 feet of movement. Yeah.
right. So they're like, if you want to set, and Blink Dogs are very good boys. So like they're already like servants of Marduk. So if you're like, all right, guys, here's some fucking messages, here's some letters for your consideration campaign.
Wow, they have constant blink.
They just spend all day blinking in and out of existence and dimension dooring whenever the fuck they want. And because it's quickened, they get a full attack at the end of that dimension door. Fuck you. I mean, a full attack's just a bite, but you know, whatever. Blink Dog Sages.
So so I'll summon it's a D6, it's half a D6, right?
I don't know. What level of summon monster is it?
Well, it's summon monster That's a blink dog is 3rd level summon monster.
Right. And so every level, well, here's the thing. So summon monster 3 will get you 1 blink dog, and then if you
1d4 plus 1 for his level. So for 3rd level, blink dog's at 3rd level.
right,
And so he's at 5th level, so he can do 1d4 plus 1.
right. And then if you spend a
That
5th
costs-
level spell slot, you get 4d4 plus 4 blink dogs.
No.
I don't think so.
No, so because you.
So summon monster 3 gives you a blink dog, and if you used a 4th level spell slot, you would get 1d4 plus 1. So if you used a 5th level spell slot, you would get 4d4 plus 4.
It's a special ability right now.
Yeah, it's not a
it's
spell slot.
Oh,
Monster 5.
Because I'm using because you said that I could use superior summoning with my special ability. It would just cost me more points, and it would be a 1d4 plus
Right.
1 of anything below your max summon.
but if you spend a 5th level spell slot and you get 18 dogs and you attach them all to letters and they last for 9 rounds, they can each deliver 9 letters. So you can deliver 181 letters.
Right, you're just thinking of like hypothetically like the maximum you could do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, 162 letters.
You're not talking about like me specifically.
No, I'm talking about you specifically. You could do that right now.
Oh, okay.
Because you
sure.
can transform any of your spell slots into a summon monster spell at will.
Oh, I can. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what spells you have prepared, but you can turn that 5th level spell into summon monster 5. It's all a matter of what Cap wants to put on those letters.
1 second, rolling a linguistics check.
Wait, what the fuck? I don't have 5th level spells.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, never mind.
No, it's summon monsters at 5th level because it's a special. It's a special thing.
Yeah, I have 3rd level spells.
Okay.
So, but that means I could still summon blink dogs, but
Yes.
it would only be 1.
Yes.
But if I use my special ability, and the superior summoning, it would be a D4 plus 1.
Yes.
So.
And you get 9 uses of that per day, right? Anyway.
Yeah. So I could.
94 plus 9 blink dogs.
Or no, I only get 6. I have 6 uses of
Oh,
that.
6
Oh, okay. So
Because it's-
64 plus 6 blink dogs.
So what?
It doesn't, because it doesn't go up, right? That special ability, it doesn't increase. It's just 3 equal to my charisma modifier. Which
Yeah,
is
I think
3.
so. Yeah.
So yeah.
I forgot. Lycera had a ridiculous charisma.
Yeah, you probably had charisma out the wazoo. So.
Meredith, would you like to borrow Selena to copy a bunch of letters fucking quick?
Yes.
Or are you actually gonna write 100 letters?
I don't need to write 100 letters.
Yeah, we only
I-
need. We're only sending 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
Boo!
I mean,
Hiss!
it's like, to me that one blink dog can probably deliver more than one letter too.
But you could
Right.
send 162 letters! Think about
I mean-
it!
I could, but I haven't prepared this as a letter. I've prepared this as like a speech I'm going to change slightly depending on the house I'm talking to.
Oh. Well, I mean... For the sake of brevity... I don't want you to deliver 9 speeches.
I'm not going to deliver 9 speeches.
Thank you.
I will deliver a speech once and possibly give you 9 diplomacy checks.
Ah, okay, there we go. Alright.
No.
Thank
No,
you.
Fuck no. Absolutely not.
Okay, so here's the thing. You're only going to have 7 days, so you can only make 7 speeches.
Okay. I don't think I need to convince Vitalis.
No, they've been roped into this one.
Wait, I'm confused because we can send all these letters in one day.
Right.
So...
Well, like, you could send all the letters in one day, but okay. My understanding is that Meredith wants to go do all these in person. And if that's going to happen, then I want to hear the speech once, and then we can make some rolls.
Oh, okay. Then
Right, like,
I guess I just didn't understand why we needed blink dogs for messages. Then.
Neither did I. I just wanted to talk about what was possible.
I think it was just an introduction to get a meeting.
Oh, okay. Because what I interpreted it as is we would like the speeches were the letters, and then we would have.
I mean, that's fine. I can do that.
No, whatever you want to do. I just didn't understand. That's fine.
Yeah, you can deliver the speech once in person, and then we'll make a bunch of rolls. Or you can deliver a mass communication campaign flyering and got nothing on the Blink Dog delivery service. And yeah, sorry, I just got caught up in the math of it all.
I'll send it out in a letter, and I'll deliver one speech. I'll actually talk to the Corellian guy. I just thought that it would make a better impression to show my face, but in the interest of time, I will not.
Well, I mean, we could just say that you show your face and, do your thing and just not RP it every time.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could kind of compromise and do both, and then so we send out these 10 letters and say if you're interested in hearing our proposal about this subject, here is our meeting location, and we're doing a speech here, and then we give the speech to the cathedral farthing, and then whoever shows up to that, out of the clans.
I'm just visualizing if we wanted to just saturate the city with flyers, blink dogs would work really well too for that.
Yeah, that would be a good delivery system.
Yeah.
Because
give them side satchels, and they can just reach their snout in, grab one, throw it, blink 500 feet, throw another, just keep on, they can blanket the city.
I mean, I do have craft calligraphy. If that means anything.
That means a lot. Okay, Cap, here's what I want from you. I want a craft calligraphy roll.
Okay.
I want a letter. I want a number of blink dogs you're willing to spend on this. And then I want you to have a chat with the cathedral farthing preacher to get some space in his church to preach a radical message. How's that sound?
Sure.
Well, what's up?
It's fine.
I don't believe you.
I will roll some dice.
Okay.
We're not. I mean, we're not doing anything else, so I can spend all 6 of my charges on this. So.
Well, that's 6 charges per day.
Per day, yeah. We have a week.
You have a week. And how many minutes do these things last?
We're level 9. 9 minutes each.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay.
If you want to average a D4 to each use gets 3.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 plus 1, so each use is 3.
Or you can just roll 7d4, it's fine.
64, and then that times 7?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, it's just 7d4. 1d4 per day. And then we'll add 7.
Oh, I understand. So 7d4, and then plus 7.
Yes.
It occurs to me that a blink dog can go from one side of the city to the other probably twice in the course of a minute.
Yep. So assuming each dog can deliver a letter in a round, and I see no reason why they wouldn't be able to, that will be 54 deliveries per dog. Holy shit.
And that's, I would assume that's all of my charges every day.
Yeah.
For 7 days.
Yeah. Oh no, that is times 6. Okay, no. Never mind. Okay, yeah, because you get extra. Oh, whoopsie daisy. So you're able to deliver 7,452 letters.
Okay.
Very, very well crafted letters.
How? I mean, I know that Meredith has great calligraphy, but could she do 7,000 letters?
No,
Right.
here's a fancy spell. There's a spell that allows you to
It's a cantrip, actually.
copy any text.
I think it's a sorcerer and wizard cantrip.
Yep. Copy.
So, Selena.
Yep. To copy text, you simply hold a blank piece of parchment or paper over the object to be duplicated during the casting. The amount of text can be copied in a single casting is limited to 10 pages. And so I
Means there are no monks going fucking blind in this world?
Nope.
What? That's lousy.
Sorry. But if that's even better, then that's what she would definitely have.
It is written in the hand of the caster. It doesn't make a perfect.
One normal-sized page per minute.
But still, she would just be trying to reproduce your work, and she does not have skills of an artist. Still, at this point, all that's a matter is purchasing parchment. How much does paper cost? Books, paper, and writing supplies. Why am I not surprised that's a thing? Paper. Paper is 4 silver pieces per sheet.
That's a lot.
Yep. Alright, you fuckers. I'm gonna need 3,000 gold pieces for this.
Mithril. We're gonna give away a big chunk of mithril.
You go to the printing shop.
Just like half a reaver bike, we just plop it on the table and be
Right.
like, give us all your paper here.
And she's like, I'm gonna need 7,500 sheets of paper. Excuse me? And you guys just toss down 3,000 gold pieces worth of mithril, and they're like, okay. And you walk out with fucking... That's so much paper!
We set up periodic deliveries to be brought to the Sapphire Shield, and we'll tell you when to stop sending them.
Oh, God. Okay, alright, cool. Perfect. So who did you want to talk to? Did you want to talk to a noble or the priest? Or both?
I will talk to the priest.
Sick. So you arrange a meeting. Oh no, this fucker needs a name now.
Give him the same last name as the other preacher. They're brothers.
Perfect. No, it makes too much sense. His name is Anethan Valthana. And you know, getting a meeting with the bishop is not difficult, but also not impossible. He's got office hours, you know. And he just looks at you and he's like, "Ah, yes, welcome in, my child." Oh, well, maybe not.
I'm not a child of Corellin Lorethian, that's true. But it doesn't mean I can't appreciate their words. Or your devotion.
Not what I would expect from someone of your character and stature.
No?
No.
respect where respect is due, my good sir.
Now that does make sense.
No, I come to you to actually talk to you about a matter of faith.
Really?
And to clarify the rumors surrounding the Senate session that we inadvertently barged in on. I'm sure you've seen the papers.
I have indeed. It's not like Hospitalis to make such a bold declaration, but I understand it wasn't exactly Rakan's entire desire to do such a thing. I hear he made a terrible mistake.
He had a moment of passion, I would describe it as. I think that he, like many others, are rightfully concerned about what's going on outside their borders and what their representatives are, or in this case are not, doing about it. There's a lot of talk surrounding the Moloch Express.
Yes, it's been something difficult to talk about in my sermons.
What's your take on it? I'm curious.
It's... Oh Lord, you opened up the floodgates. Here comes the equivocating. He's just like, well, on the one hand, it is a grievous transgression against what we would consider to be wild, but on the other hand, it is a mark of great progress. And if not as a progressive people, what are elves meant to be? We are the natural step from Fae to man. So if it was our purpose to descend from the Fae, to be emissaries of progress, then is it not also our responsibility to usher in what progress will look like in the wild world? And he goes on and on and on and on about how, well, on the one hand, it is actually good because it's cool and rad and awesome and people voted for it and they like it. And on the other hand, it's bad and naughty because it's pollution and the fairies don't like it. And yes. And when it comes right down to it, I think it's something that we should better let the politicians deal with.
So you don't think that you should have a say in what happens with the train?
Personally, no. I don't think that's the position of the Church of Corellon Larethian to do. Whatever the elves do is what Corellon represents.
That's fair. But the train isn't a masterwork of your people's progress. It's a creation of the gnomes, the dwarves, the citizens of Ankara. It just passes through your lands, seemingly without the approval of most of your people. I think that you would be doing Corellon Larethian a disservice by not observing the disruption to the balance that it causes.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but if we as an elven people have decided and elected to have a representative body make these decisions, so, I mean, if that's going to be the case, then whatever they say must be the will of the elves.
It is a absolutely charming and honorable notion that you believe in your senators so implicitly. That you trust your system to work enough that you do not want to have a hand in it.
Ooh. Like, at that, he gets a little frazzled, just like...
But from my perspective, and I understand that this is an outsider's perspective, it seems like a about half of your house's senators seem to force your hand, forced this incredible change to your wilds with the promise that things would be better for all, and when they were questioned, they cited the virtue that they were voted in to represent your values, while on the other hand accepting bribes and treasures and baubles from Connor. But it wasn't a problem, because the train was out of sight, out of mind, and I don't blame you. I don't blame people that enjoyed it, or still do, because they don't see the whole picture. And I'm certain that these people sold it very well. But try to think of what it really means. Has it actually made anything better for you, for your people, for your allies? Or rather, have a good majority of people lost wealth and influence while only a chosen few have risen to the top? And she looks him directly in the eyes, emphasizing the word chosen, as though she knows that she would know to recognize that best.
Give me a sense motive. You're gonna make a killer diplomacy check after this.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one silver bullet you missed.
That is plus 10, so a 28.
A 28. Nah, there's something in the back of your mind, a point that he made that didn't make sense, but you don't need it. Give me a diplomacy roll at a plus 10.
Sure. 33.
And he's just like, well, I mean, when you put it that way, I'm not sure what to think.
I need your help as a person that can more easily than I spread the word, give people the confidence to express these misgivings. The masks of the Senate can't hide the true loyalties of the other houses anymore, the ones that have chosen Connor's gold over the promises your people have made. Those senators exposed themselves in that outburst in the Senate. They're going to try to cover it up, and you can't let that happen. However far your ancestry has diverted from the Fae, you can't deny your legacy is intertwined. You're two mirrored societies that have a connection to the wilds. Should you lose the favor of the wilds, your city will be in jeopardy.
What you're asking me to do could create a schism in elf kind.
She just spreads her arms out, looks at him, and just raises her hands. You aren't so removed from the rest of the world that you haven't noticed the world is unbalancing, right? You, actually, more than most, should be able to feel it through your connection to your god. Corellin Lorethian's entire pantheon is based off of balance, correct?
Correct.
They're a part of the Septemporian pantheon, which is broken after Marduk's disappearance, and that's the thing. And she kind of like circles around the priest. I'll let you in on something.
All right.
Connor's gambit runs deeper than just his monstrous shipping route.
What do you mean?
See what he's done with the influence he's had over a single trade route. You want to give him the chance to control people's spiritual lives. This is about more than a train.
You reach deep into his past and tell him and remind him, yo, fuck that robot. And he just looks at you and mouths in Elvish, yeah, fuck that robot. I'll do it. Schism be damned.
When we put out the call, I want you and your people to have a moment of conviction. I'm asking for a moment for you to have hope in our cause and believe in a world where a common woman from the streets of the World Bazaar can stand up to an insurmountable tyrant.
Good. Yes. It needs to be done.
It does. Thank you for your time.
The silver bullet you missed is he contradicted himself.
Oh, did he?
Bigly. The big contradiction was, well, the elves are the people and they get to choose what happens, but the elves are the senators and they get to choose what happens.
I kind of touched on that.
Right, but like, yeah,
it came close enough. It was the nearest miss.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to say, oh, you missed it. No.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Right. Like the silver bullet would have been, well, which elves are the real elves? The senators are the people. Because you're saying that one is and the other is and the other isn't and the other isn't. You can't have it 4 ways, preacher.
I think what she was trying to go for was for him to reach that conclusion himself.
Fair enough.
She was already telling him so much. If she put in a gotcha moment in there, she didn't think he would respond well to that.
Fair enough. That's a fair point. What's that? Bishop's hottie? He's got a big pope hat. You know, what if?
Because what I did write down in my notes from my religion check last week was that Corellin Lorethian, known as the Lord of Cowardice, who doesn't go into fights they can't win. So she didn't present it like.
Good call.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, Marduk never lost a battle, but at the same time, he had way more conviction than Lorethian ever had. Because courage means knowing you're licked and fighting anyway.
He also had more Pyrrhic victories, I think.
Oh, you're not wrong! Ooh. The Battle of 7 Winds was not won in a single day.
Well, I hope that you all enjoyed my last sparking brain cell. That's it. There it goes. It's gone.
Okay, so you deliver 7,000 flyers. You get like you get the spirit of the people and the spirit of the and the spirit of the official church to start doing a thing, and like,
Cass and Harlan will be talking to the rabble
right
throughout that period, so also reinforcing it.
Harlan and Cassandra, each of you give me some perform oratory skills. Meredith, give me 6 more diplomacy rolls.
Okay.
And we'll see which houses you can get on board and which of them are going to be butts.
I like the idea that as Harlan and Cass are walking around the city talking to the rabble, there's just this massive influx of blink dogs. Just like not like, because there's only like 23 of them running around or whatever, but like there's, you can see glimpses of these blink dogs just like going around.
Yeah, 21 blink dogs looks like a couple hundred probably.
Right. Yeah. For the purposes of ease, you have specially augmented them to give them glue-like saliva. Whatever, I'll allow it. You're a summoner. Fuck it.
Wonderful.
I need dogs with sticky tongues. Done.
I'll give them opposable thumbs too.
Just lick a door, slap a poster on it. Teleport. How many? Let me look up. Don
so
John
I
real
am.
quick.
I'm not just giving speeches. I am using the, schmoozing with people too. So hopefully that I can use my diplomacy somewhere in there.
So Meredith, in that case, give me 3 diplomacy rolls and 3 intimidate rolls.
Okay.
You will know who to lean on.
Fantastic.
For you, young man, I'm not going to give you much time. You were pushed around by your mother, your father, and your wife. Oh God, you hit like a fifth of houses. Because there's like 30 or 40,000 elves living in this city. So... baby Jesus.
The difference between a plus 10 and a plus 13.
Now, Mr. O'Meara, I'm only going to ask you this once. Will you do the right thing?
You know what? I'm gonna consolidate all those just to make it easier for you.
Thank you.
How many oratory charisma rolls do you need?
6.
6.
Posting something for all the Lord of the Rings people.
Yeah, give me. Oh, thanks. Get the fuck out. Get the fucking... Get out of here.
Banished for his crimes.
Can't get rid of that easy.
I'm pretty partial to this bad boy.
Yeah, I agree.
Shit, that's good.
Oh no!
So, should we?
But I can't throw you.
Harlan, some days are harder than others when you're hitting the sauce.
Some days you feel like a nut, some days you don't.
So are we working together? So would that be?
Yeah, so like Harlan can only add to your rolls, and on the last day he sort of botches the landing. That being said, so you guys go to the hot springs midway through the week, and Selena's got all this shit set up around the pool. There's a lot of runecraft and mischief. And like Mary gets all your attention and she's like, "Hey guys, we need to talk." Okay, so I'm just gonna have Selena explain this because it doesn't make any sense to me. And so Selena says, "Did you know that the wilds provide the water for the rest of Septemport?"
I feel like I may have heard that at some point, but...
And there is a spell that I know that allows you to... It's sort of an inverse scrying. Instead of using a pool of water to deliver your sight, or to provide sight to you, it uses a pool of water to deliver your sight to whoever is looking in the pool.
That will work.
That is very clever.
Which means, if we begin even from a humble origin point, like, for say, this hot springs that I especially prepared, we will be able to send a message to any body of water, to every body of water in the city.
But we do have to be able to be at the Moloch Express, so or at least have an image of the Moloch Express in order for people to focus on, right?
Oh, no. This isn't going to be able to focus a miracle. No, pointless. This is just a way for Mary to tell everybody who she is, what's going to happen, and why they shouldn't ride the train. And she's like, yeah, so I wanted her to explain that, and then I need to ask you to help me write a speech, please? I can go off the dome if you want me to, but I don't know if you guys would be comfortable with that. I feel like the spirit might get good to me. I don't know what I'm gonna end up saying.
I can help you, of course. But it would sound like me talking.
Yeah, fair enough. Give me some bullet points and I'll work them in. Of course, you give me too many bullet points and I'm going to be all over the place. So here's what I've got. Obviously, so right now what I've got is Down with the Moloch Express. Do
we mention the Dreadnought?
Connor is withholding our holy artifacts. And
That's a good one.
And we shouldn't give him what he wants.
He's holding them hostage.
Yes. I feel like bringing up the Dreadnought as a replacement is not a bad idea. We don't need the Moloch Express. Ooh, okay. Instead of Down with the Moloch Express, how about I will destroy the Moloch Express?
Now we're talking.
I'm not sure if you want to make a blatant threat, or if you'd rather make a promise.
Maybe instead of saying I, always use we, and always saying that it's if we work together, if people pull their energies, pull their belief. So it's a collective that only if they are part of it can it succeed.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
The Moloch Express is a symbol of Connor's tyranny.
Alrighty then. Okay.
What about what you said before, Meredith, about how it's not just about the Moloch Express?
Right. What I said to the priest to get him to help out was I made him aware of the point that Connor's using the Moloch Express as a means to give him the wealth and power to control people's spiritual lives. They don't even notice it.
Oh, Lord. That might alienate Inkara somewhat.
That's what I'm worried about.
Okay, that I'm not saying that's a risk I'm willing to take so long as we show them some favor later, because I don't think they've done anything wrong.
Selena, this effect is going to work for District 4 too, right? You'll be getting a message into District 4.
In every well, in every river, in every puddle, in every cistern.
Well, remember, District 4 is locked down right now. It's in a place where people rely on commerce and comings and goings and trade. Right now, they're being held hostage almost, right? And that's what we've heard. Unless I missed something.
They are a captive population.
Know that whatever you say in this water, our enemies will hear.
Well, what I'm saying is that we need to remind the people of District 4 that that this is, they're people who believe in freedom, and do they think that the people who are preventing them from exercising their free will are going to change, or if this is just their future if they don't do something about it.
I don't want to put too much fire in the stock of District 4. I don't think there's a lot of fire left.
Well, it seems to me that there are people who care about their, independence. And right now, they've been beaten into submission. But, sometimes you can turn a spark into a fire.
Is remind them that the rest of Septemport hasn't forgotten about them.
Ooh. Okay, that's a big campaign promise. I feel like that might be a little off message. Maybe we should save that for later.
Well, they have the biggest population out of anywhere you're going to be reaching. And they have the most reasons to be angry with our enemies, right?
Yeah.
So if you can fan them into anger, and I think that they're pretty close to it right now. I mean, you don't go from being like a place where their watchword was, there are no, essentially there are no laws. There's everyone, does what they do, and now nothing. They have no rights. They can't do anything that they could in the past.
What has Never Ever done with his claim? He's locked the population of District 4 behind their walls, and is holding them ransom for artifacts that aren't even his.
Okay. If you want me to throw a challenge directly at Ever Never, I don't think that's a bad idea.
I think that's a great idea, because it connects this event to how you are more worthy than he is.
If he as a man deprives people of their freedom, what would he be as a god? And what would he do as a god?
I don't know if the people he's talking to know that that's what's going to happen.
Sure. But
then don't make it about gods. Make it about leadership.
Right, yes.
Tyrant. He is a tyrant. And I think that something that's good for you to remember in all of this is that, at least from what I've heard from my friends, and Harlan, if you can, Marduk was never a tyrant, right?
No.
Marduk, I mean, I guess the issue that I've always had with this is we talk a lot about law, but wasn't Marduk really about justice? And justice and law are not the same thing.
Yeah.
Not at all. Sometimes what's just has nothing to do with the law. It's what's right, what's fair, what is the best for people. And I think that's something that we need to, that's who you want to be, I think. I mean, it's not about law, it's not about order, it's about good, about doing the right thing.
Okay. I think I can integrate that.
What's that from?
Hunchback of Notre Dame. Isn't that her retort to Frollo demanding silence?
Yes.
Yes.
Who was the voice of Frollo in that?
Fucking Tony J! If that's his name, I don't remember.
As well, frantically Google.
It is Tony J, motherfucker! Fucking love that guy. He played the lieutenant in Fallout 1. He's all over the place. It's really weird how he got, in my experience, most of his roles in like the last 20 years of his life. Or like the roles I know him most for. Because he ended up doing... Yeah, he wasn't doing much. Like, he did some stuff in film, but a lot of that's like narration. Wow, he's a narrator in Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind? Jesus Christ.
Huh.
Damn, just keep on coming.
Right. But he ended up doing a lot of voices in animation.
The thing that I remember him best for was I used to love this TV show. I think I've posted images from it before called Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Ron Perlman.
I was about to say the Ron Perlman Nightmare Fuel? Yes.
The chief recurring bad guy was Tony J.
Fuck yeah, it was.
As Paracelsus.
But yeah, no, he's in a lot of places. He's all over the place. And one of the things that jackknifed fucking, what game was he in? Legacy of Kain. One of the things that jackknifed Legacy of Kain was his death. Because he was the voice of the Elder God.
Oh yeah.
And when he died, like, there were a lot of things that went wrong in Legacy of Kain, but when he died, they were like, what do we do? Oh shit. And his last role was the narrator of the Bard's Tale, at least as far as games go.
Oh, the reissued version of the Bard's Tale? I think.
Yes, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I should play that. Actually, have it on my iPad. I haven't really played for very long.
It's pretty fun and pretty funny. It's hard to find all the shit in it, though. There's a lot of stuff. Anyway, okay. So the 6 bullet points I have is Connor holds these artifacts hostage. We don't need the Moloch Express. We will destroy the Moloch Express. The train is a symbol of his tyranny. We will not worship this machine, and I am everything ever never isn't.
I like that.
I think that the other thing I just want to make sure is that when you say we, you're not talking about some distinct group of people. You're talking about all of the people you're talking to. That when you say we, you're being inclusive.
Right. Okay.
Because it's important for people to feel that they have power and that they have agency in all this. This isn't just us doing it. I mean, at the end of the day, if this works the way we intend it to, you're just a big cup that's going to be filled.
Right.
And they're what's going to fill you.
Oh boy. Yeah.
So that we is pretty important.
Yeah. Okay. So she looks at Selena and she's just like, Are you ready? And she's like, ready when you are.
Is it just me, or are they slowly merging into one person?
There is an uncanny resemblance, isn't there?
These motherfuckers are so goddamn like the same.
They just make a good team.
Okay. And like she adopts like a mode, and she's fucking talking. People of Septemport, I speak to you about justice. Right now, Connor is holding our holy artifacts hostage, and he means to give them up if the price is right. I refuse. We refuse to play his game. We believe that we don't negotiate with someone who bargains from an unfair position. And so I am going to hurt him. We are going to hurt him where it matters most. The Moloch Express is a symbol of his tyranny that he holds over all of us. We will end the Moloch Express in 3 days' time. I will locate it. I will meet it here at this mark, and there we will destroy the Moloch Express. And like when she says that, Selena like telesends a map, and like there is a position on the track through the wilds with an arrow pointing to it. For those who fear for its loss, do not. We will ensure that everyone is taken care of. We will not need the Moloch Express anymore. The way he holds our artifacts hostage, does he expect us to worship a machine? Does he expect us to worship him? Someone who has caused us so much pain over the centuries. He may have turned over a new leaf, but he is the same man. I hear of Evernever and what he has done in District 4 and how he negotiates with Connor, and personally, I am disgusted by his words and deeds. He puts District 4 under lockdown, Marduk City, because it does not follow the laws that he does. The law is just words. Justice is a feeling. Focus on it, and you will know he is wrong. I will see you again in 3 days. Boop. And then she fucking throws up.
I hope you didn't get that last bit.
Oh no, we stopped rolling. It's all good. And she just like just fucking like turns off to the side and starts puking. She's like, "Oh my god, it's so stressful. Oh god, I'd rather fight 1,000 minotaurs. Oh god, I hate this so much."
You did well.
Oh, my bones.
That you slipped up in a few places made you seem genuine.
Yeah, Marduk was never one for public speaking.
Then you're in good company.
He spoke from the heart, and he generally spoke somewhat poorly. Kira was always cleaning up for his gaffes. What he really means is blah 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 blah.
So, you've given them a location. That means that there will be people there to try to stop you.
Yeah.
So, I'm guessing the way that this works is that you probably only get one shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to wait until your power's as big as it can be. So I think our job in this is probably going to be to defend you until you can do what you hope you can do. Unless I'm missing something.
No, that's about it.
So we don't get to have the party. Fuck. Oh well.
We'll have the party afterwards in the burning wreckage.
Well, we do need to get the drugs out to people. We need people to be in the right state of mind. We'll have to pass it on to the fairy. We do need a party to be going on to kind of get people into the right mindset.
We've got a couple of days to work out the logistics of that.
Well, also, the fairies might be able to work with sleeping minds. Like you said, they're... What was that word you use? Neuromancers?
Neuromancers, yes.
So that might work. But yeah, someone's going to be protecting her little ass until it's revved up enough. Well, I mean, how long will it last? I mean, when you have a miracle, does she retain the power, or is it just for the purpose of doing that one miracle?
It lasts for just a moment.
So if you're containing all that power, does that mean that? Well, I can tell you that when my blood is up, afterwards you've seen me. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing for you, but you might be a little bit of a zombie after doing something like that.
We'll peel you up off the floor.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, that sounds good.
Selena, are you, when you're not like under the control of evil swords, are you any good in a fight?
No. I regret to inform you, I am a librarian.
I just don't know what they're gonna throw at us.
Huh. Well, I hope they don't throw anything at me. I'd hate to die.
I think it would be a good idea for you to be unseen for this stunt.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I can do that.
Are there any? I'm not sure if any of my friends are up to fighting on this level at this point.
Not half starved.
Well, we can use them to organize the other folks. So, yeah, I think that's. So who else can we bring in?
Well, I mean, if our networking has gone as well as I think it has, we're going to have the majority of the city there.
I don't think they're going to be there, though. I thought they were just going to be. What have you guys got planned? Looking at you told me that you had a plan for getting people together. What is it?
Who are you speaking to?
Selena.
Mary and Selena.
Like Selena says, that was the plan.
Oh. Well, we still have to get them to someplace where they can do things.
They can watch with their eyes.
And like Selena looks at you like,
I'm
what
really
the? But like she's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're just gonna walk there.
This is a freaking pocket dimension.
Yeah, so you just walk out and you keep going.
She literally put a marker on a map and said like we're gonna meet here and destroy the Moloch Express. I don't understand.
Right, like that. Well, that's her argument, and the counter argument is like, "Bitch, they gotta get there somehow," and she just. If they want it enough, they'll go for it. Honey, baby, don't. No.
This is the deep wilds, laying out there. There are things here that could gobble up a few hundred elves without too much work.
Huh.
Then I think it's time for us to talk to Fairy Queen and see if she can clear a path for that amount of time.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. How do we get back to her?
We could try leaving a bowl of milk outside the inn.
I think that's a little bit below her pay grade.
But not for one of our messengers, which is what we really need.
Yeah. Well, the other thing we could do is, if we get back into the Senate, I wonder if that door would open for us.
You mean that length of wall?
Yes.
I don't think it was a door. I think the Fairy Queen did some magic to take us there immediately.
Right. But the question is, did she leave that behind?
Not to my eyes. If you want to try it, go ahead.
Yeah, I will try to see if I can get back into the Senate chambers.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
They're like, whoa, hold, no. You came in with the Fairy Queen. You can't go back in again. Please, we can't accept any more rabble rousing.
Is the Senate in session?
No.
Then I simply wish to examine the Fairy Queen's box.
Just roll diplomacy.
All right, so I got something out of my my investment. That's plus. Bad spelling.
Brip. So yeah, he's just like, you know what? Fine, whatever. Fuck it. You can't do any more harm. But I'm watching you. And this absent-minded guard takes you into the Senate chamber to examine the Fairy Queen's little area.
All right. I'll check it out. I'll use detect invisibility if nothing else. Yeah. See if there's anything.
There is nothing invisible.
All right. And no sign of any like persistent opening.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a fucking wall. You realize she is absolutely the perfect person to ask this favor because, like, this is just something she can do.
Oh, I don't know if you're still. Yeah, if this gift comes with any ears, but it would be great to be able to talk to you again.
Nothing.
All right, head back to the others.
Anything?
No luck. No luck. I mean, I could try going outside the city and seeing if I can, make contact with the fairy. There might be some we can attract here. Actually, let's ask the innkeeper. She was pretty nice.
Alum is a delight.
Maybe she knows a brownie or something. Alright, we asked the innkeeper.
What do you ask her exactly?
Are there any places in the city that the Fae are known to frequent? We need to get a message.
Places? No, not so much. But there are people that the Fae consort with.
Could you point us in that direction?
Yes. The Omera clan has a powerful relationship with the Fae. I believe you spoke to them already.
Oh yes, we're very well acquainted now.
Alright, well done. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
As we leave the inn, I say, yeah, I believe that was one of the houses I had to threaten.
This is correct.
Just a little bit.
Well, maybe we can go back and play good guard, bad guard?
I think we'll go back and they'll help us with whatever we need.
Okay. Why would you have to threaten them if they have a close relationship with the Fae? It's kind of like...
They didn't strike me as the sort of people that had a close relationship with the Fae because they liked them. They were desperate and thought that having that relationship would allow them to get their Senate seats back.
Either that or they are afraid of the Fae and don't want to break up with their abusive spouse, basically. Just like, you don't need to be afraid of the Fae, you can just leave. Are you fucking crazy?
They'll come after me.
Right.
They don't even know who you are.
Not my real dad. Can't run, he'll find me.
There's another possibility. I find a treat and I hold it out for with some jerky or something, and I hold it out for one of the inn's cats.
Oh, the cat waddles over.
Boy or girl?
What'd you say?
A boy or a girl?
It is a boy cat. A fat boy cat.
It's monster.
I give him some rubs under the chin and feed him some jerky. I have 1 point of damage resistance, so I make a good clawing post. But could your lady I just looked through. My lady, if you're paying attention to this, we have a need to speak to you or to the Queen. If there's any way that you can arrange that. We are almost ready to put this plan into motion, but we're going to need some help getting it all set up. We're on our way to speak to her host Amira, and hopefully they can have some connections, but I thought I would reach out this way.
When you mention House O'Meara, the cat unleashes a Cheshire grin and just nods. When you blink, its features return to as they were.
I continue. Good boy. Feed him the last jerky. Say, well, I guess this should work. At least think I got confirmation that this is the right way to go.
Excellent.
Oh, good lord. It dawns on you, Meredith. You met the man of the house, but you did not meet the lady of the house.
Oh, I see.
Did I give him a name?
You did not.
His name was Dilsaran.
Oh, sorry.
That's a bad thought.
Oh,
Well, we're giving them the location to go to, giving all these people the location to go to. Who wants to keep Connor or Never Ever from sending a bunch of mercenaries with guns? Not for us or for Mary, but for the crowds.
they wouldn't do that.
PR. That's open war. That's a PR disaster.
If he wants to have Baloths marching on the World Bazaar, that's a sure way to do it.
Alright.
That's the only reason.
Right.
There's a reason.
Yeah, okay, alright, that was just struck me that it might be a big problem with that plan.
Meredith remarks, Connor doesn't fight with steel anymore. He fights with gold.
You're right. I do remark that.
I'm sorry. I mean Mary, not Meredith.
No, I'm taking it now. My
Nope,
smart idea.
yep, nope. It's all your, yep, you said the smart thing.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Gold's pretty soft and weak, you know?
What's soft and weak?
Gold.
Gold is soft and weak, but it moves mountains.
Yeah. Only because people think it means something.
It's easily pliable like the hearts of those who covet it.
Fucking got him.
Well, if you're stuck in the midst of the wild with the bag of gold, it doesn't do you much good.
Can't eat it.
Mm-hmm. I suppose you can try clubbing a deer over the head with it without being around it. The thing that amazes me about gold is you can get cool stuff with it because it's kind of useless in its own right. I mean, like this tattoo. So much nicer than what we paid for it.
I mean, I mostly paid for mine in diamonds.
Yeah.
At least those are very useful. So what, we wait for your feline friend to come back?
No. They said that O'Mara was the way to go. I thought we were headed over towards us.
Right.
Right.
Cap's brain is short-circuited.
That's fine. So you approach House O'Mara under cover of night. You have already been here before. The guards don't stop you with your entourage.
I greet them by name. and thank them for letting me into the house.
It's Milo and Olim.
They do remark, and you are welcome on the grounds. Dilsanon has permitted this, but Lord O'Meara is in his private chambers and is not receiving visitors.
Is Lady O'Meara?
Lady O'Meara is attending to his concerns.
Please inform the lady that we are here to speak to her.
As you wish.
So we wait in the drawing room.
You wait in the drawing room. An impossibly beautiful elf enters. Like spit take gorgeous.
Oh wow.
So, still not Queen of the Fae gorgeous, though.
No, the Queen of the Fae is on a whole other level. Can I help you with something?
Yes, my lady. My name is Meredith Hargrave. I spoke to your distinguished husband earlier.
I know. You gave him a right fearing.
I hope he took my words to heart the exact correct amount.
Oh, he's positively terrified. A quaking wreck. That's my job.
Then you should have done it, my lady.
It was a matter of timing. But it's fine. You've moved things ahead a few years. You know more about what goes on beyond these walls.
I do.
I trust your judgment.
I think that moving plans ahead won't, this wouldn't be a bad idea. Shall we say. Seize what power you can, because things are about to change.
And like she eyes you and says, "You would think that, don't you?"
It's also worth mentioning that we do have the sanction of the lady.
Do you think I answer to her? Do you think I'm here because I answer to her?
We know that there are ties of mutual respect.
Respect. It's such a dirty word. A powerful word. A foolish word. I love it.
I'm getting the impression that she may have connections to the Unseelie Court.
What would make you think that?
Pale complexion and venomed words?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
Mixed with the phrase, scare him, that's my job.
I stand by what I said.
I said what I said.
I would guess that this is something where both the courts have interests that align.
Absolutely. Between you, me, and them, my plan was the fast one. I so much prefer to move fast and break things.
You have my respect for that. That's almost my description.
Could I interest any of you in something to drink? Wine, maybe?
For the first time in his entire goddamn life, Harlan politely declined the drink.
Please, indulge.
Yes. She pours herself a glass, and as she sips idly, like a cat on a table, she keeps moving the glass closer to the edge.
Moose ears because Cap's brain is broken and fried. What the fuck are we in here to talk to this lady about?
It's believed that the Omeras can have a connection with the Fae, so she may be able to give a message. Someone here may be able to give you give your message to the Queen.
Okay.
Right, like, hot scary lady, brain broke.
For real though.
We need some help getting this. We need the Fae to work with us. We spoke to the Queen, and she gave us her blessing, but it's now time for it to happen, and we need to be able to coordinate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me put it this way. You terrified my husband. You pushed my plans to the side. You've stolen my thunder. Give me something worth the while and I'll deliver your message.
If there's a service that you wish for us to perform in return, then you should speak it.
I don't care about services or gold, but I want something. Something from your group. I don't care who gives it. What do you have to offer?
Is there some kind of role I could make to try to determine, is she an actual Fae herself? Like, what do I know of fairy deals?
Anybody want to throw out some knowledge nature rolls?
Sure.
Or assorted knowledge rolls? You know, roll whatever knowledge roll you got. We'll see what happens. Just tell me what you rolled on what knowledges. In the meantime, I'm gonna go urinate.
Okay.
I actually have knowledge nature, but it's really pathetic. Did roll well though.
And oh, do you think knowledge history would be?
Maybe the best one I've got is knowledge planes, and goddamn if I didn't roll the very best that I could, what a waste.
I don't know if he'll allow both knowledge rolls, but
You probably allow the bonus to go to yours as the highest.
no, I meant like both of mine. Like I
Oh.
don't know if I can roll both knowledge nature
I-
and knowledge history.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think that'd be alright.
Give a knowledge arcana try.
Don't think knowledge engineering will do much good here. Unless
He said whatever knowledge roll you got, so I mean, might as well toss it in there, I guess.
What could possibly go wrong? Psalm. Holy shit, you've heard of this thing. It's a Bavanshi.
What?
A Bavanshi.
A bar mitzvah?
A banshee.
No, not a banshee.
Okay. What's it do?
It drinks blood and kills men. And like it's the wine drinking is what sparks it in your head. You're just like, oh fuck, she drinks blood. Only the blood of men can satisfy the hunger of a Bavanshi. Fun fact, one of their native languages is Aklo, so, take of that what you will.
Oh, interesting.
Someone looks directly at her and says, "How much do you want?" Did I disconnect? Hello?
No, she just stares at you intensely through heaving breaths and is just trying to determine a response.
With my 19, I have not recognized this yet, right?
No, you figured, you're like, she's gotta be fey touched. Maybe a fairy creature herself, but you don't know exactly what she is. She just looks at all of you and asks, "Do you have a healer among you?"
That's not something we ever really had going for us.
Do you have something that can staunch bleeding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Your boy here is going to bleed.
He's pointing to Sam.
Yep.
What about me? I'm willing to give my blood.
I don't want your disgusting blood. I want the boys.
Blood of women is not enough.
Hey, now there's two of us here.
That's
The boy volunteered. Besides, yours is more like your there's more vodka in your blood than there is blood.
She's got you there.
is that a pro or a con?
Depends on which side you're on.
Whatever you have to staunch bleeding, keep it ready.
I'm gonna grab one of the stim pack needles
That'll
in my
help.
backpack.
What? And I have my gun.
Oh God. Okay. Boy.
Sam doesn't have any good scars yet.
Nope. And she does a little dance. All living creatures within 30 feet that view the rhythmic swaying and movements of her body must succeed a will save. Creatures who are sexually attracted to her get a -2 penalty.
Oh well.
Oh boy. Fuck. God. Damn it.
I have.
Is Harlan ace?
I got a -2.
Is this a form of enchantment?
This is a supernatural spell-like ability. So I don't think it's an enchantment because it's not it's not an ability of the enchantment school.
So I would.
Hey! Keeping the honest people honest.
Yeah.
Yep, I did too.
Hey! Som, you might want to fail this save.
Oh, okay.
You can always choose to fail.
Oh, well, what is happening?
I
She's
was-
just dancing right now.
It creates a dazing effect in the subjects.
Oh, so she's gonna knock me the fuck out.
Right, like you're not gonna be knocked the fuck out, but this is gonna make what's gonna happen hurt a lot less.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll choose to fail. On second thought,
Sick.
I didn't exactly know what was going on, so I'll fail.
Right. The issue was like if Meredith failed and like wasn't paying attention to jab him with that needle, things were gonna get bad.
Right.
And she like, she goes through these motions, and she is all over you, Som. You're like, I'm a disgusting bug mutant, and she's like, I want to feel the chitin on my fingers. And she like gently sits you down and sets you in a kneeling position, and like pushes your head forward like you're on a chopping block, and says, Don't worry, you won't feel a thing. And she draws a volcano glass knife from within her cloak and slits Som's throat.
Oh!
And blood just starts pouring in this decanter.
Holy fuck.
And true to her word, Som, it doesn't hurt a bit. You just feel a little cold.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably some effects from the rapid blood loss
Right.
that I can perceive.
But strangely enough, like, everything feels just fine. You
Well, yeah,
just...
if the knife's sharp enough, you don't feel it, right?
Yup.
That's how that works.
Mm-hmm. You just slowly feel emptier and emptier until she winks at you, Meredith.
And I take that moment to jam the needle into Som.
And the wound closes extra fast. Som, you lose 10 points of constitution.
Holy
Holy
fucking
fuck.
shit.
That actually might kill me.
Do you just have 10 con?
No, I have 14, thank God.
Okay.
I wasn't sure.
No. Yeah.
So that's 5 hit points per level.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sitting at minus 45 HP.
Yup.
Oh,
And just like she gives you all the aftercare a young bug man could wish for. Good boy, you've done so good. Look at this cup you've filled up. You've been so nice. You did everything that was asked of you.
Sam is starting to fall asleep.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Shh.
Meredith just clears her throat.
Oh.
He did everything asked of him.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Now it's your turn.
Yes. What do you need of the fair folk?
Meredith looks to cast.
Well, we need them to arrange for free passage from here and elsewhere in the wilds to the location that Selena specified at the Moloch Express.
Oh, no problem. Not at all.
We need delivery of the right drugs, and yeah, probably booze would help too, to get people into the right state of mind for this whole thing.
Oh, that's already being arranged.
And trying to think, was there anything else we needed from them?
No, it's just you just need to deliver a message and be like, "Hey, we need to bend time and space here real quick on the 7th day."
I suppose we should get word to the outcasts and the people in the neighboring area who might be interested in coming as well. So there might be people traveling near and around the wilds going to this as well. So we'd need free passage for them as well.
We can only provide transportation for the elves. Your friends will have to do it on their own.
By free passage, I mean they won't be eaten by anything or anyone.
They won't be accosted by any of us.
That'll have to do.
I'll talk to Mel. Maybe we'll help. Even though I said we wouldn't.
Good
All
luck
right,
out there,
suppose-
gate crashers.
Thanks. Would you happen to know? Actually, no, I have an idea. Let's take him to. Where is that picture? I think we should take some to a healer.
Yeah. I think that's a great idea.
Don't say.
Well, let's try Brookborough. I mean, he seemed to have true faith. Maybe he's got healing abilities, or at least can point us to someone who does.
That sounds like a good idea. I think the High Priest of Corellin Lorethian would just ask too many questions.
Oh, he would ask so many fucking questions.
And honestly, I'm tired of him.
Sam kind of half wakes up and says, Zaju can carry me. And then I'll pass the fuck back out.
You conjure Zaju and he's like, I got you, buddy. I got you, Haas. And he's like, check this out. I can slither backwards. So he's got 4 arms now, right?
Yeah.
With his 4 arms, he just sort of contorts his body so his hands are facing up, but his body is facing down, and his head is facing forward. So he's just slithering around, and each of his limbs is holding one of Psalms' limbs, with the exception of 2 extra arms. And he's like, check this shit out. Let me go.
So is he hunkered down and more of he's kind of half contorted himself into a little stool, and he's carrying me out, kind of.
Sort of, yeah. He's rearranged the way his arms work, so they're on backwards.
People who carry the throne.
Yes.
The throne on the little sticks.
Right.
Instead of the little throne, it's just me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of the sticks, it's your limbs. Instead of the throne, it's you.
Yeah.
It just looks weird. I guess it works.
It's very weird.
Go see my friend in Brookborough.
Oh, gracious. Sarah, you know what? Yeah, okay, never mind. I can, yeah, this makes sense. Such things have been known to happen. Show me that lesser restoration. No, I don't need restoration the domain. I need restoration the spell. Congratulations, Sam. You have been restored 4 points of constitution.
Oh boy, okay.
And he's like, sorry, that's all I can do.
Do you know anyone else who's might be able to help?
I am... With the exception of my good-for-nothing, middling brother, I know of no other masters of the healing art.
Oh. Well,
I mean, you could bring him to a hospital, but I don't know what they could do to help. Considering the level of exsanguination.
They'll
If you
just tell you to rest and drink fluids.
how about the alchemy shop we visited? Maybe they'll have potions of restoration.
best thing you can do at this point, and no, it's so expensive.
I have 2.
I have Restoration Eidolon, or Restore Eidolon, which is like restoration, but for your Eidolon. Could I cast that on myself?
No.
Yeah. So.
You can, if somebody makes a heal check, they can help him restore 2 Constitution points instead of 1.
So Cassandra takes out a bottle. I guess I owe this to you for taking the hit.
I mean, this is the kind of damage that just like wears off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, but will it wear off in 3 days?
in 3 days it'll be a lot better.
Yeah, but I think we want you to be at your best in 3 days.
Okay. Guess I'm not gonna be able to argue with it. So.
Well, I wouldn't mind if you did. I mean, I don't really want to give it to you, but...
Well, then don't.
No, it's the right thing to do. Fuck it.
Is it just a restoration potion?
Yeah, I'll... Do you want me to roll for you?
Do you mean lesser restoration or restoration?
What's the restoration?
Yeah, because regular restoration can't fit in a potion. Potion master.
But less restoration does heal ability damage, right?
It does.
Yeah.
1d4.
Okay. And, ooh, that's not bad. 4 points.
Woo!
Okay, and then by the time 3 days pass, I'll be at full strength. So.
Yep.
Yeah, alright, that works.
It does work. Feel a lot better, thank you.
That was a brave and stupid thing you did.
Do a lot of stupid things.
And to do a lot of brave ones.
You end up at the brink of death an awful lot, too. I guess that's not coincidence.
Maybe better me than any of you guys, so.
I don't think that's how it works.
Apparently, we've all been getting it wrong. D&D doesn't stand for Dungeons and Dragons. It actually stands for Dumbasses in Distress.
Yes.
Huh.
I'm a dumbass. I'm in distress.
I stole that joke from a tweet. Proper
Still
credit
Stolen.
coming in
It's
now.
more like D-A-I-D.
This is only partially related. I found a, you know the dude who, he's like a YouTuber with like a crab, thumbnail?
Yeah.
He does videos on like things that, D&D things happen, and
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but like, just the thumbnail.
Jesus Christ.
Why won't you reel?
Incredible.
Well, I think I'm gonna need to create some combat encounters as some people decide to try to stop this. So I'm gonna call it here, and the next time you guys can show up at the party rave protest. I'm at the party. I'm at the protest. I'm at the combination party protest.
How many days have passed?
Yeah. So overall, it's gonna be 7 days, and on the seventh day, God rested.
Okay, cool.
How many days do we have left?
31.
Until Connor sells all this shit, right?
Well, until Ever Never gets enough money to buy Connor's shit.
Right.
Which is why we're doing this whole gambit, because he's not going to be able to fucking do that.
Right. Because if you guys wreck that train, he'll be like, what do I need to do to make this stop? It's best for business.
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself and give us the shit.
I mean...
I see your offer. I counter offer. I don't kill myself, and I give you the shit. Shit, he drives a...
And then I kill you.
You're welcome to try.
Open
What
up
are
the
we
doors
using-
to District 4.
Are we gonna use the dreadnought to ferry people from other places?
What if we flew the dreadnought up really, really high, and I just
And just dropped it
an
on...
anvil on his house?
No. We get Connor out in the open somewhere. and we just drive the dreadnought up really, really high, and then we just turn off the dreadnought engine right above him.
Strangely enough, because of how the rules of adamantium and adamantium golems work, you would deal 0 damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Like if you dropped an anvil on Connor, it would just smash to pieces against his head.
Yeah, it would have to also be made out of adamantine.
Oh
The
god.
dreadnought made out of not adamantine?
No, it's mostly made out of mithril and other alloys like titanium and shit. Which are rad, but not magical.
Yeah. I mean, Salandra was able to disintegrate her way out of it. So it was as it was blowing up. I think I'd lost a hold for the whole.
Oh man, and then I forget where we're at tomorrow.
You guys got the basic bitch level relic.
Ah, yes, we have
From
to...
the dungeon that was furthest away.
Yeah.
Well, did you go to the dungeon that was furthest away?
Yeah.
Oh. Oops.
Wait, was it supposed to be a different dungeon the whole...
Yes.
Oh,
It's
well,
fine.
that's-
No, it's fine.
The hardest dungeon was the one that was closest. That's fine. We'll just work our way backwards.
No. I thought you were at the closest dungeon just because I forgot the
No.
Fairy Queen sent you all the way the fuck in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, we were like, oh, she's offering to teleport us. Why don't we just
Wait
go
a
to the one
second.
that's farthest away? And if
Is
it
this the
sucks,
same
we'll be able
Fairy
to work
Queen?
our way back.
No. There's a bazillion Fairy Queens. Don't worry about it.
I picture that fairy queen like this lady.
Yeah, no, you're gonna wipe some dust off this relic and it's gonna be way more badass than you thought it was. Don't worry about it. Sorry.
Okay.
The you know the bigger, like in the Fairly Odd Parents, where there's like the fairy queen in that, and she's just like a big old lady, like she's pretty fat and stuff. That's kind of how I imagine the fairy queen in Sunday Game to be. Like, kind of more plump and stuff.
Yeah, she's definitely the Sunday Game Fairy Queen is definitely plumper, more decadent, but not old.
Yeah.
I kind of pictured her like Urbosa from Zelda.
Yeah. Let me put it this way, Pith. Connor has an ability, has a trait which is literally called indestructible.
Okay, yeah.
That's why he's such a pain in the dick.
Understandable.
Because, like, what do you do about him?
Nothing. Fucking nothing.
Right. Like, you can fuck up his people, you can ruin his industry, but when push comes to shove, the Lord of Iron Fist reigns eternal.
Yeah, we couldn't actually kill him. We had to show him his reflection in a artifact mirror and get him to change his ways.
We had to stick the mirror inside of him and pull out the gnome, skeleton.
The gnome carcass, yeah.
Because he was created by a masterclass gnome artificer to extend his life, and it failed.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was like a robot suit for the gnome.
Yeah.
Yes. And so
no.
the gnome provided him with intelligence and conscience. And when the gnome eventually succumbed to old age, having lived longer than he ever should have, fucking a lot of that shit went right the fuck out the window.
Connor's basically Ultron.
Right.
He's even made out of adamantium. Yeah.
This is correct.
Oh, goodness. Oh, are we going to be running dungeon hard mode, or are we going to be Among Us-ing?
I don't know.